Welcome to the Poetry Pcast, your cosy corner for haiku, senryu, and the occasional poetic deviation. I'm Patricia, your host. Today we're celebrating the art of dance, haiku and senryu with the results of October's video prompt, edited and curated by the uber-talented Anna Yin. A heartfelt thank you to everyone who took part. Even if your work isn't featured in the podcast or the journal, it's very much out there, read and enjoyed by hundreds of poets and short-form aficionados. Thanks as well to my other half for the video wizardry, and to Anna for tackling the mountain of submissions. No small undertaking by any stretch. Before we pirouette into the poetry, I do have a few housekeeping notes. I'm on the lookout for judges for next year's topics, as well as backup editors for the video prompt. A call out for volunteers will be coming to your inboxes in the not too distant future. And speaking of topics, next year's agenda isn't quite ready yet, but it will be soon. Do keep an eye on the website. Or better still, make sure you're on the mailing list so you know when to submit and what to submit. Next year I'm making things easier. And yet not. Freestyle themes, so anything will go. But I'm going to be stricter about the criteria. If I say we're writing haiku, do please check what that means for us. And the basics. Like the number of poems, where to put them, and yes, whether they go in the body of an email or a Word document. I've lost count of how many times I've written body of the email only to receive a Word document. Until now, I've been indulgent. But next year, it's a straight rejection. And if that sounds harsh, do try reading hundreds of submissions from poets who haven't checked the brief. I bet there are a number of other editors nodding away in agreement. There are some rather exciting developments coming to Poetry P next year. For example, I'll be printing a chapbook of the Poetry P award poems. The ones I would have sent to the Touchstone Awards, had circumstances been a little different. If you don't know what I mean, check out the podcasts that cover it. I'll put a link in the show notes. Anyway, this book is going to be available in print and PDF forms. More on that soon. And the Poetry P Press has another little surprise up its sleeve for the new year. Sign up to the mailing list and all will be revealed. Now, if you're doing a spot of Christmas shopping, in recent weeks we've heard from two brilliant poets, Alison Douglas Turner with Sticks and Bones, and Claire Tom with Wildflowers in Oyster Stone. Poetry P Press has also brought out a marvellous anthology, Little Marvels in fact, Volume 2. And next week we'll hear from Reed Hepworth, reading from her book, Loss is a River. All would make excellent choices as a gift for the poet in your life. And links will be in the show notes. Righty-ho, on with the poetry. And we're starting with something a little new. I thought it might be nice for you to hear and see some work from the editing team, just to prove they are fabulous poets in their own right. The next journal will have a section dedicated to them, and as Anna Yin was this month's video prompt editor, I'm going to begin with a few of her poems before moving on to her selections from the prompt. So strap in, here we go. As I said, these next few poems are by Anna Yin, and they'll be in the journal. New Year's Eve, sizzling with firecrackers, my mother's dumplings. New Year's Eve sizzling with firecrackers, my mother's dumplings. And that was in Haiku Presents, issue 47. April rain, my father bows before burning ghost money. April rain, my father bows before burning ghost money. Anna Yin, The Living Haiku Anthology, October 2016. The Stone Frog, I too dream of a jump, this dry pond. The Stone Frog, I too dream of a jump, this dry pond. Haiku Canada Review, February 2016. The moon so pure, a meandering river carries it as I watch. The moon so pure, a meandering river carries it as I watch. From the World Haiku Review in 2011. Last night's rain on peony petals, a taste of pink lingers on my tongue. Last night's rain on peony petals, a taste of pink lingers on my tongue. And that's from Anna's book, Breaking into Blossom, which is published by Frontenac House this year. I'll stick a link in the show notes. And so what did you write for the video prompt? Let's find out. Dancing feet, the red and yellow swirl of poppies. Dancing feet, the red and yellow swirl of poppies. Michelle Rule. Party's over, changing back into an introvert. Party's over, changing back into an introvert. Kerry J. Heckman. Kerry, you could have written that poem about me. No permission needed to be who I want to be. Wild Iris. No permission needed to be who I want to be. Wild Iris. Rupa Anand. Fearing a misstep, curly-haired boy dances lightly. The harvest is done. Fearing a misstep, curly-haired boy dances lightly. The harvest is done. Andrea Sisko. Crisscrossing, the stitching of human warmth. Crisscrossing, the stitching of human warmth. Sarah Mahina Cabello. Twirling, steps of the whirling dervish, free fall of leaves. Twirling steps of the whirling dervish, free fall of leaves. Sarah Mahina Cabello. Village Square, the world spinning on its axis. Village Square, the world spinning on its axis. John Hare. Steps of dancers fade into drum beats of dragon boat race. Steps of dancers fade into drum beats of dragon boat race. Louise Liu. Louise, I've seen a boat practicing for a dragon boat race on a river in Thailand. I'm searching my brain to think where I was at the time. I heard them coming from quite a distance with that drum beating. Unbroken chain, echoes of the ancestors in this dance. Unbroken chain, echoes of the ancestors in this dance. Melissa Dennison. Dancing feet paired with moving shadows, ekphrastic haiku. Dancing feet paired with moving shadows, ekphrastic haiku. Lakshman Belusu. Matching our steps to the tune of cowbells, harvest moon. Matching our steps to the tune of cowbells, harvest moon. Mona Bedi. Toe tapping, transported by the beat of another culture. Toe tapping, transported by the beat of another culture. Marion Clark. Longing for peace, I listen to the dance of falling leaves. Longing for peace, I listen to the dance of falling leaves. Fatma Zora Habis. Independence Day, the culture carnival navigates. Independence Day, the culture carnival navigates. Lakshmi Iyer. Not even once they hold their hands. Pride and prejudice. Not even once they hold their hands. Pride and prejudice. Lakshmi Iyer. Sun at zenith. Peacock wings spill through the circle. Sun at zenith. Peacock wings spill through the circle. Sandeep Chauhan. To be free, this inner twirl of river dance. To be free, this inner twirl of river dance. Joanna Ashwell. The promise to match his steps. Dawn stars. The promise to match his steps. Dawn stars. Arvinder Kaur. And so once again, a big thank you to all the poets who submitted to the video prompt, and congratulations to those of you who were selected. If you're still wondering how to submit, it truly is simplicity itself. Type your poem or poems, if you're feeling particularly inspired, into the comments under the YouTube video. The editor will read them all and, with a fair wind and a dash of luck, choose yours for the podcast and the journal. Easy peasy. And because I know someone, somewhere, will try it anyway, please don't email your video prompt submissions to me. YouTube only. If I could underline it in neon, I would, but I can't. Video prompts run every month except December. And if anyone has some short videos, about 30 seconds, landscape please, not portrait, that I can use next year, send them my way. Otherwise, I'll have to send my other half out into the wintry wilderness with a mobile phone. And frankly, I don't want to listen to his whinging about it. Thank you for joining me today. I'm genuinely chuffed you've kept me company. If you've enjoyed yourself, there are all sorts of ways you can support the podcast. Become a member, buy us a coffee, spread the word on your social media, nudge your poet friends in our direction. Every little bit helps. And I'll be most grateful. And as I've said many times, make sure you're on the mailing list. Because honestly, there's something rather exciting tiptoeing towards us. I'll see you next week, I hope, for a visit from the marvellous Reed Hepworth. Until then, keep writing. And don't forget to consult the show notes for all the links to the bits and bobs I've mentioned. And if something's missing, do send me an email. Ciao!